Hey, Dougie Murph and Douglas Tackle here with Stuart again. Stuart?
Dougie, how you doing, mate?
Mate, fantastic. I'm feeling the vibe.
We've got vibes here, we've got skirts here, we've got everything.
We've got a fishing report coming right up now. So let's get into it, Stuart.
That's it, offshore, mate.
Here we
It's
go.
all starting.
Let's do it. Right into it. Okay. So, guys, it's happening. It is happening offshore. Some people say it didn't happen, but most people it did.
It did, yeah, that's right.
So, starting off out wide, we'll go to the dolphin fish on the 50 fathom reef. That's where we go wide first.
They've definitely been bigger out the 50s.
Yep.
Fad 13, which is northeast 50s off the pin. There's a lot of big fish caught there, yes, I don't.
There was, yeah. So live baits was the go-to. I keep saying all the time.
We always say lures, and now we say baits, but it's on the day.
Lures on Maudley wind. So yesterday, it was actually a bit of southerly. Then today went around to the north. So if you're out there today, you should be trying the skirts. If you're yesterday, live baits would have been the go or pillies, but definitely live baits. And the guys that fished 13 smashed big dollies up to about 1.3, 1.4 metres. So good size. A lot of big females amongst them.
Yeah, I know. They're actually really big females.
Really big females, yeah, sort of 10 or 12 kilos. And it's been really good. So guys, there was like 12 or 14 boats even just at that one fad yesterday. But everyone that was using baits or live baits caught them.
Yep.
Pretty well every boat that was there. And the guys that were trawling got the odd one. But as I said, if it's blowing anywhere from the east or southeast or no wind, you must use baits. If it's blowing northerly, try trolling.
Yep.
That's my call. Okay, Fad 14, which is on the 36s, north of that again, slightly north of Jumping Pin Bar there. That wasn't too bad as well, Stu.
Yep.
Yeah, so again, baits, outfish, skirts in that area yesterday, but as I said, the wind was still blowing that same direction. So the wind tomorrow is northerly, I think 10, 15 knots. That's better on Saturday than today. Today's 15 and 20 northerlies. And then Christmas Day, folks, how does that? You're going fishing, Stu?
It's really long. I'll be out there early.
Yeah, early.
I'll be back home early. But it looks really good, but it does actually pick up at around about 10:30.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
So, but it's
right?
changing every second.
And it's coming in from the south, right? So
that's right. That's southerly change. Yeah.
So on Boxing Day, I think is coming in around about 15 and 20 knots.
Yeah.
So it'll be windy on Boxing Day, guys, and the day after is a bit windy, and then late Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week coming, and next week I should say, is unbelievable. Leading up to New Year's Day. So it's the first time we've had a fairly good run of weather. I'd say probably get out fishing 5 days out of the next 7.
Yeah.
And with a couple of days might be a bit rough. But we haven't had that for many years. We haven't had this many fish for many years. Yesterday we had wahoo caught from customers.
Yellowfin.
He's Spanish. Good. He's the yellowfin.
Little blacks, heaps of dolphin fish.
Yeah, he's the dolphin fish there. So it's all happening, guys. You just got to be in the right spot, the right time, doing it the right way. It's simple as that. So let's go to some skirts for the dolphin fish.
Skirts for the dolphin fish.
Yep.
Dougie, you've got a couple over there.
Yeah,
mate.
I
You've been catching them on the pacoolas lately.
I have been catching them on the pacoolas, and definitely be catching them on this sort of colour here. It's been really good. Doesn't matter what sort of head shape, it's just that sort of colour, which is a Kona or a Mojo. Short corner, keep it to your purples, guys, that sort of style. And out the back, we've actually caught on this one as well in the season. I've only been out twice this year, I haven't had time, I'm so busy. But I've definitely caught on that as well on the last couple of trips.
Yep.
Stewie, you're a bit of a coral trout fan.
I'm a bit of a coral trout fan, and
Yes.
fat boys like that one there with the tube head. It's been absolutely smacking them. We've caught lots of dolphin fish on this one as well, and little black marlin.
And that wasn't named after me. That's just because I've got the Santa suit on. I've actually got an inflation in the front here to make it look like Santa. So, yeah. So not Fat Boy lures are good though.
They are very good.
So Stu, definitely try your skirts, guys. If you're outside of 50 metres, run 4 skirts. If you're inside of 50 metres, run 2 divers and 2 skirts. You get yellowfin on the divers, you get wahoo, you get even got dolphin fish on divers over time. Not many though. Definitely Spanish mackerel. Once you get to about 7 o'clock or 7:30, when you think the mackerel are going to go a bit quiet, and you haven't got a Spanish by the time, I'd probably switch to 4 skirts.
Okay.
But definitely troll 2 divers in close and 2 skirts from daylight to 7.
Yep.
Under 50 metres deep. Okay. Stewie.
And diver-wise, Dougie, what would you be using? Well, we'll start with these ones. These ones,
speed.
high speed. So this is something that you can use covering ground. So it may be in between spot or just getting out to where you want to fish. There's been that fair few yellowfin doggies.
Yeah,
you're
not a
saying.
yellowfin. Yeah, that's right. One of our customers yesterday got about 6 to 8 yellowfin,
Yeah.
up to about 7 or 8 kilos. So
Yeah, they're good fish.
all on deep dive. They're actually on deep dives, but that sort of thing
Yep.
there. If it's a bit rough, guys, you can do like 14 and 15 knots. You throw those out, drop them back about 80 to 100 meters on fairly heavy line, like 50 pound if you can.
Yeah.
Or even 30 pound. That's smaller size is not too bad. You got the
Yeah.
bigger size, you got to go 50 pound.
Yeah.
And yeah, just set the drag quite tight because at that speed, by the time you slow down, you've just lost probably 150 metres of line.
So you don't have much left.
No, that's right.
But
So
you got a bit. You got enough.
yeah, so put a bit
Yeah.
of drag on it. You got to rip the teeth out of it, get this one or two.
Yeah.
And then divers, Stuart. So
Yeah.
there's a couple. If you want to troll in close, like on the 12 fathom reef or 17 fathom reef, or down at Mermaid or down at Palmy or Gravel Patch, there's a new Helco out, Stewie. I see.
There is, mate.
Yes.
It's a little Laser Pro 140 DD.
Yeah.
So this is like a perfect spotty size doggy.
Yeah, it is.
And
yeah.
Spanish will still eat it as well,
Spanish
and
other.
tuna, everything. But
Yeah.
it's the one lure that can do it all because of the size.
It's just like a pilly.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we just got in like a trillion Helcos. I know we must have got 200 or 300 Helcos come in this week. The wall's full, all different colours, sizes, shapes, sizes. Got the whole lot there to show you. But Stu, your favourite?
Mate, tried and proven.
So,
The old coral trout. And I noticed, Dougie, there's even a coral trout in the Helco one time. That little one that you showed before.
Oh,
You
nice.
snuck that one in, mate.
yeah, that's what
But
you said.
I just like the coral trouts.
And I got a new colour for you, Stu. Well, it's not a new colour, it's been out a while now. But that's
I think it's nuked coral trout, that one.
it is.
If it is. But that's it.
Yeah.
The DTX minnows from
So
Nomad are a
we
really
just-
good one.
Again, we just got a couple of hundred, 200 or 300 Nomad lures in too, guys.
Yeah. But Dougie, you
Yep.
fish the stratas a
I
lot,
do.
and you
These things are straight out
Sometimes
of the
you hold
box,
your own,
hot
mate.
the trot. I do very well actually, more than sometimes. You can see the hooks on there, guys, are substantial. You don't need to change anything, and these things dive down deep, 10 meters easy. They swim very well, and they just last, and they're great lures, and they're well priced
yeah.
too.
Yeah, we've trolled them pretty quick, Dougie, and we can't get them to blow out.
No,
so-
even at 10 or 12 knots, they're
Yeah.
still hanging in there, you know.
Yeah.
But obviously we're trolling 6 to 7 knots most of
That's
the time,
right.
Stuart. Yeah.
Yep.
So plenty of that sort of species around under 50 metres. So we're talking, as I said, 20 to 40 metres is the main area of fish.
Yeah.
Diamond Reef, Pinnacles of Southport, down at Gravel Patch, definitely off Tweed as well.
Yeah.
That Tweed's been really good actually. Just at the back of the 9 mile, or the reefs just south of the 9 mile, and that sort of 30 to 40 metre depth
Yep.
is really good. And give that a crack. And just one thing I think people have been doing, as we've had a sort of chance, is casting at the fads too. I've been doing a little bit this year and done all right. The first trip I did, but not the second trip. They're only taking skirts that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But these little fellows here have been really good. These are the new Keeling from Ocean's Legacy.
Yeah.
They're really good colours as well, guys.
So they're actually a heavier one, so you'll be able to cast them a lot further.
Really good.
Yeah.
Give them a crack. Spotted mackerel, there's some really big spotted mackerel been caught as well, like over a metre. That's sort of like, I don't know, 7 or 8 kilo ones, you know. So slow troll and pillies on that type of rig. Got heaps of these rigs here, guys, all different colours. And a bit of a little pilly rig with a weight at the front. Put the copper wire through the head and wrap it round and round. We'll show you how to do it when you come in.
Yeah.
Slow troll, 1 to 2 knots. Really good on the spotties, and Spanish will take it too. And yellowfin and everything else as well.
Yeah.
Stu, a lot of bait schools north of the Seaway, casting metals.
There's a lot of bait schools north of the Seaway, out around Diamond and the bait grounds as well. Just been spinning metals through there, and the guys have been catching lots of mackerel and the yellowfin as well. Just spinning, so it's a bit more active. You could even throw like some small little stick baits like the ones that Dougie's got there.
Yeah, so like these are the new Venom lures. We've got a whole range of these come out too. I don't know how many lures out this week, thousands.
We've got a lot. Yeah.
That's the new Venom. They've even got a Dougie colour, Iron Man colour. Yeah, as in that one. It's got other one, Stewie's colour. Nomad do a range as well in Stewie's colour. But any of this sort of stuff here, like Stuart said, into the bait schools,
Yeah.
you will get smacked. Okay.
Definitely.
So just get upwind of the birds and come back with the wind into the bait school. The bait will come to you. They always swim into the wind. You go down with the wind, and you will meet up, and you will get fish.
Yeah. The
Most
biggest,
of
the other thing with doing that is try not to turn your motor off. Well, just
Yeah.
don't turn your motor off. Don't
Yeah.
try to. Just don't do it because
Yeah.
they actually don't like the noise difference. So they're used to listening to your motor. You're cruising around chasing them. If there's a sudden change in noise, they know. They do notice it. So just leave everything the same and just fish with your motor on. Don't have to turn it off.
Very good.
Yeah.
So it's been a few snapper around. The deep dropping's been exceptional. We had a few guys went out on Wednesday this week. It was a really good day. Flame snapper caught, cod caught. Jimmy got some blue-eye trevally jigging, got cod jigging, got Alphonse jigging in that 300 to 400 metre mark. The current's exceptional at the moment. It's only around about 1 to 1.2 knots. Spanner crabs, we had a few guys that went out yesterday, newbies that didn't have much luck, but the guys that know what they're doing did really well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we sold a couple of crab cookers this morning, so
Yeah.
there was a lot caught yesterday. And those guys actually, once they had their pots out, they had a bit of a troll and caught a couple of little blacks and dolphin fish as well. So all around that 50 metres of water.
Yep, very good. So Stuart, getting inside now, let's move inside for a moment. So up jumping pin, heaps of whiting as usual.
Heaps of whiting.
Yeah.
Up in the lagoons, there's a really good tide for it. Just try to be out very early.
It's a very big tide, around about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're out there like dawn, you'll catch good fish.
Yeah.
Just on that first run.
The water is so clear. Like I've been running a few pots out the Broadwaters, getting a few crabs, a few sandies, and I can nearly go from one side of the Broadwater to the other side across Australia and see all the way.
Yeah.
So clear, but that's around the top of the tide, so an hour before. And it pushes right down to probably, well, I haven't been that far up, but probably near the Aldershot, so it's been really good.
Past, just a bit past Sovereign.
Yeah, a lot of tail down in the town as well. A lot of birds working on the running tide in the morning. So give that a crack. There's a lot of birds up at the pin as well. There's tail up the pin as well. Around Crusoe, back blocks, even Wallies, and up towards Slipping Sands way.
Yeah.
So a few tail there. Just cast little metals, like Stuart said before, as well, internal in the Broadwater and jumping pin areas, little sort of thing here. They're really good. Bait fish profile around that sort of 15 to 35 grams.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah. And
still a few flatties around under the bait schools as well.
Yeah.
Just casting little plastics work quite well for that this time of year or any time of the year.
And a lot of muckrats caught, Stu, up around the sort of around the low, those little creeks, these really big tides. In the morning, you get your crab pots right up in those little creeks, as long as it's not in the green zone, and drop them down, and then go back the next morning because they're draining out. But make sure in at least 4 to 5 foot of water. They're generally going to be still full, enough water in there when it's low tide. You don't want them in about to drop in 2 foot of water high tide because they get stuck high and dry.
Yeah,
it's illegal. You got to be in the water all the time.
Yeah,
so
your pot has to be fully submerged.
Fully submerged. Yep. And give that a crack. And sand crabs. There's been a few around. There's been a lot up in the bay. I can tell you that right now. Actually, I saw some guys fished off Shorncliffe Pier, which is up at the north side of Brisbane, and they smacked the big sand crabs off the pier last night. There, dropping crab pots off the pier, and a heap of whiting as well. So, if you want to go for a bit of a drive, maybe Shorncliffe Pier's a go. Brisbane way, opposite way to us, but give it a go. But down this way, I'll be trying the Southport Pier for sand crabs.
Yep.
I'll be there at night time because they're all on that foreshore, all the way from Lotus Creek up to the Gold Coast Bridge on that western foreshore. And when you're out on that pier at Southport Pier, you're in the zone. So give it a crack, especially running tide, high tide at night. Definitely worth a go.
Yep.
And also for whiting as well, and bream flighties works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surf beaches have been not too bad for darts too.
Yeah, lots of dart and whiting. Just in the close gutters. Yeah. I had some customers. They actually got a few tailor on the beach yesterday.
Did they?
Yeah. Right. Just south of the sand pumping jetty.
Okay.
Just find the gutters, and they were just on pillies. But the gutters are fishing right.
I reckon normally I fish for whiting down around the pumping jetty, just 50 metres south side of it, and sometimes I go to the other side of it, and let my line come around to the end of the jetty, and you always get good feed of whiting there.
Yeah.
Yep. Foreshore Labrador, definitely want to go for whiting as well. Give that a go, and there's plenty of whiting there as well. Early morning, late afternoon.
Yep.
Up the river, Cancer Chambers, night time's been fishing well.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good tide for it too. It's run out. No, it's run in actually.
It'll be started the run in the afternoon. Yeah, so not too bad. And jacks, like we just heard one of the best catches of jacks I've heard for a long time. All on lures. Barnes is in, old Adam Barnes and Mitch was in. These guys do really well on the Flathead Classic too, by the way.
Yeah.
They were in this morning. They got a heap of these lures, Stuart.
Yeah, they're brand new. Long time coming, but the new Samaki Hardlicious. So they're a hard vibe instead of a soft vibe. They catch a lot on soft vibes as well, but the hard vibes are just a bit more of a aggressive action.
Soft tail.
And,
so
they do have
on
a
the back.
tail.
They're soft.
And they do them in all sizes, so that's a little small size, and they do them up to like a bigger size as well.
So and a lot of unbelievable colour stuff, a lot of lateral line type features.
Yeah.
So the guys are telling us last night they got around 24 jacks on lures. They release everything.
Yeah.
And biggest was in the 50s, quite a few in the high 40s, low 50s. So yeah, definitely worth a go on the jacks. They seem to be in the canals. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Even off the back of my house. One of the guys are getting to show me pictures of the fish they caught off my jetty.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
That's right. And if you're gonna throw a hard body for it,
Yeah.
not a vibe style,
Yeah.
you'd probably fish something like these Reddicks.
Yeah, these Reddicks in the 80s are just a killer. The killer on Barra too, guys. Like these things smash up the dams too. By the way, if you're going to go to Mondrian or Wonga, they're very good. They've got really good hooks on them straight out of the packet as well. Also running BKKs on these.
Yeah.
So yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So really good lures and plastics, Stu, for casting for jacks.
Yeah, you can't really go past the Z-Mans just because they're so durable. Jacks have big teeth for everyone that knows, but
We've just got about another 500 packets
we've
of
got
these in too.
massive top up, so we've got everything red. So we've got the red shad, calico candy, which Jacks really like that red colour, and white as well. Yep,
Very
just
good.
in the diesel minnows.
Yep, and so that's it. Heaps of fish around, guys.
Yeah.
Great week for the next week. You got holidays, mostly have, except for us. Get out there and have a crack, and definitely give it a go. Just do it. Freshwater, real quick.
Freshwater, real quick. Heaps of bass in all the upper reaches of the Coomera, and the dams have been fishing all right for those guys using shrimp as well.
Yeah, give that a go. And heaps of tilapia around. So guys, be safe. It's going to be a busy, crazy week of weather out, boating out on the Broadwater and the ocean because of the good weather. But please enjoy it. Enjoy it with your family and your mates most of all. Have a great Christmas. Have a safe one. We are here. We match anything on price. Anything give us a price. We've got all the top brands, all the top gear. We are ready to roll.
We are.
Okay.
Yeah.
And fishing as well when you get a chance. Okay, Stewie.
Too easy.
Festive season.
Yep.
Enjoy it. Take care, my friends.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Thanks,
Christmas.
guys.
From Douglas Tackle World. Thank you. Bye bye.